everyone. Welcome to this month's meeting of Support Services. Everyone? Supervisor Bramer?
Yes.
Good morning.
I'm not on this committee.
All right, is everybody here who's supposed to be here? Yes. Okay. I have a motion to approve last month's meeting minutes, please. Motion made by Supervisor Driscoll, seconded by Supervisor Hogan. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Short agenda today. Mike Colvin from IT is going to ask for a few resolutions.
Morning. First resolution is to transfer from the computer reserve fund for budget expenses, our public health laptops, and a laptop for our human services and county administrator offices, stuff that's already in the budget, and just need permission to move the money over so we can make orders.
This is an example of the fund that IT maintains every year to the capital investment fund. So sometimes we have high levels of expenses, sometimes they're low, but there's always a reserve fund. Moved by Supervisor Sokol, second by Supervisor Weil. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Second resolution is to fix a goof of mine. We had a purchase order in place for a contract to get some contract work done. The contract went on for a very long time, and I should have sent a memo to the treasurer's office to reserve that money so we can pay our bill. I forgot to send it, and the money went back to the general fund, so I need to request the money come back over so we can pay our bill when it comes in.
Motion? Supervisor Driscoll motion, second please. Second by Supervisor Leggett. Discussion? Supervisor Leggett.
So, this comes out of a contingent, it's not, you just don't do a out of general fund appropriation?
Yeah, I don't know all the accounting side of it. I'm supposed to ask that. I don't know where the money went to. I'm just supposed to ask
Out
for
of
that.
general fund.
It goes back to fund balance.
Supervisor Conover.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, if it's not in a reserve fund, or we don't specifically hold it over, it falls to the fund balance. So as treasurer's recommending is that it's done, to take the money that was intended to be spent in this fashion and reappropriate it. So what you're doing is you're reappropriating the amount, no more, no less.
Supervisor Garrett, do you have a comment?
No, that's what I was going to say. It's just fund balance.
Any other further questions?
Is it coming out of the contingent here according to this? No.
No, it's
Okay.
coming out of the fund balance.
Okay, good.
Where it landed
Want to
from
be clear
last
on that.
year.
Thanks.
No further questions. Call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
And the last resolution is every year we do a memorandum of understanding with social services, because we provide services, and so they can legally reimburse the county. So we're renewing it, but then changing the language. It just says it's still further notice kind of thing, so we haven't got to do this every single year.
Entertain a motion, please. Motion made by Supervisor Leggett, seconded by Supervisor McGowan. Questions?
Is this legal?
Is this legal? Elaborate.
Review that again.
Oh,
Say it again, I'm sorry.
Is it extend an MOU with social services from being annual to perpetual until terminated.
I mean, it's legal.
Sure.
Supervisor Weil.
Mike, there's no numbers here. Is there some kind of inflation clause you're going to have or something like that over the years, or is it just reimbursed on a,
We have a set
kind of like
dollar
into...
amount. So I guess we would make when it comes time to change that, we'd have an amendment to it if we felt the dollar amount should go up or down.
Okay.
Been pretty steady the last couple of years, and we keep track of it. We're doing well on the county side of it.
So this is just reimbursed by social services budget?
That's correct.
So,
DSS.
and help me, so I understand, so part of that is ours, and part of that is the state, then, right?
Depends on where they're working, correct. What area they're working in. Some of it's reimbursed by the state government, and some couldn't be, but I think most of it is reimbursement, I believe.
Yeah, my understanding is, social services, the county pays social services stuff, and the state reimburses at the end of the year, so any services we provide within their budget, we get the money back.
Okay.
See, we used to have a person over there, Mike. We used to have a person on staff in social services. We did away with a staff person, and we moved it back into the IT department a few years back, and then we bill them. It's the same thing, but we took away a permanent employee who was stationed there, got paid by DSS. So we took it out of DSS, put it back into IT, so all the people who are doing IT work for IT, and then the proper departments pay IT. That's the way it's done.
Yeah, my only question was, what's the billing rate, and is it really something that graduates year over year? Do we keep pace with what the state level of reimbursement is? I don't need all the details. It was just kind of like a question to say, let's make sure we kind of keep on top of that.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yes, Mary?
What was the exact language, Supervisor Leggett? Was it automatic renewals?
We don't have the agenda.
Yes, I have the MOU.
Until terminated by either party.
So we'll probably draft it as an automatic renewal with a termination clause.
Okay, with no further discussion, call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Anything else, Mike?
Other than last thing, it was unfinished business asking about having a backup vendor to our phone system was asked about the last mini meeting. And right now where I am with that is there's a conference I go to every May in Saratoga where there's 80 to 90 vendors right there, where it's just easier to approach people in person. So that's where I'm going to be working on that portion of it.
Anything from the committee members? Francisco.
Thank you, Chairman. I've just been interested, I know that Mike was going to be here for the meeting. I don't know if he's the appropriate person, but we've had 4 new department heads this month, and I'm just curious, when a department head retires or leaves employment, how is their computer cleaned up? I mean, what files and that type of stuff to their predecessor? I don't know if Chairman Garrity is...
I wouldn't know. I'm not an IT
Well, I guess it
person.
depends on who's leaving, whoever their supervisor is would tell us this is what should happen with their files. What stuff should be backed up before they leave, after they leave, what they want handled with it.
I mean, does your department assist them with that, or
Yeah.
they kind of... Okay.
Yeah, we take care of, how do they want handled the transition from the old person to the new person as far as their files and email. Archive things, just so that there's an archive copy, so if anybody makes mistakes in the future, they want to go back to what's there and how to handle it. Because everything's really contained on a server somewhere.
Okay.
So they'd be able to tell us exactly how they want to handle it.
I was just curious. Thank you.
It's a good question.
That was wild.
Yeah, and this question from Mary. From a corporate side, there's always an issue about saving information from a discovery standpoint, right? Do we have any requirements that we might need from a discovery standpoint, a legal discovery, that we need to make sure that we're following with every employee that leaves?
I believe that IT saves all the emails, correct, since 2014?
Yeah, since I started over here as director, they're all archives.
Okay. Is that all we need, is just the emails then?
I'm assuming they're not going to throw out any documents when they leave. I would hope that they know not to do that.
Yeah, the documents, we have to go 3 cycles, which is 6 to 8 weeks. So if somebody was to create a document last June and delete it last June, we wouldn't have copies of that. We don't have those forever. Unless we've been specifically have to archive something. Like a lot of times when someone's a department head, we'll archive that. That saves especially forever kind of thing until they say they don't want it anymore.
Can I just make sure that you guys are tight together in terms of what we need to save from a discovery standpoint? I realize that I should be able to create something and delete it if I didn't like what I was doing,
yeah.
right? But at the same time, we need to make sure that we're protected legally to make sure we have this
Yeah,
information.
I got the policy through the county attorney's office a few years ago when I was setting everything up to make sure that everything was what it was supposed to be.
Okay.
And then, separate from that, there's a records retention policy that we
Right.
have to do per the state requirements. So,
Yeah, that's really where I was going.
Yeah, there is a record.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Privilege of the floor? Point of information, at the last meeting, I apologize for not being there at the full board meeting. There was a report from Weights and Measures, and part of the report was a picture of a scanner that was in a gas pump. I was talking to Herb Levin this morning, and actually what that obviously is on the inside of the gas pump, and what the people do is they come up with a little electric drill, zip, zip, take off the front, install their hardware very quickly. So whenever they do inspections of the pumps, they actually open up all the pumps to check inside to make sure the hardware looks good. Anything else? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Supervisor Sokol, second by Supervisor Leggett. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. We are adjourned.
Traffic safety.